Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. It's the weekend tarot, and of course it is Saturday 31st and Sunday the 1st of January, which makes it the New Year's Eve, crossing over, oof, you knocked off my tiara and all the excitement, crossing over from 2022 to 2023. So I've polished off the old tiara for the occasion, and we're going to throw a couple of majors with some, I thought the Rider-Waite. I thought we'd go classic for the new year. Randomly, I've been, getting my stuff together to do this reading. Someone has just started slightly digging up the street. So let's see how we get on. He's lightly chipping away at something. So let's see if it turns pneumatic. Same goes for the reading, really. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing. Is it a quiet one? I think, it probably is for most people. It's what you do when you're young, really, isn't it? When you troll around trying to get into various pubs and failing dismally, that kind of thing. So it's not my favourite night of the year, to be honest with you. I'm just going to be upfront. I knew that would come out. I'm just going to declare that it's not my favourite night of the year. But only because it's like the expectation and, all of that. And the bad TV. I mean, there's just really bad TV here in the UK. We get the sort of Jules Holland thing, not very keen on that. And then there's usually some terrible sort of pre-recorded thing in London with somebody singing. Yes. So I might just rewatch something. Do you know what I mean? Something nice. Might watch The Holiday or something like that. Okay, so do you know when I do my Christmas one, and sometimes it comes out a bit dark? That's what's going to happen with this one, I'm afraid. It's going to come out a bit dark. New Year's weekend reading, it's a little bit dark, and we're going to take a couple of majors to go with it as well and just see why. Now, Mercury went retrograde, so we've kind of got that going on. Gosh. So some of us might not be in a particularly good mood, but you know what? I think that's very normal for New Year's Eve. I think it's normal to expect not to be in a tremendous mood. It's normal to expect to feel a little bit, I don't know, of an anticlimax or that kind of a feeling. But let's have a look at, oh my God, let's have a look at these wonky cards and what we've got, people. So we've got the King of Wands as overall energy. So we are feeling the energy, lots of us, and I do get that. I can kind of feel that. It's come up in the readings, hasn't it, for the last... oh, my camera's a bit wonky. I knocked it accidentally. It's been one of the... Oh, hello. It's been one of those kind of a days. I know that we're feeling this energy, aren't we? And you do. You kind of feel optimistic. You're doing your resolutions, and that's good. And long term, I think we should be. But in the short term... just expect there's some looking back over the year and feeling a bit kind of New Year's Eve-y. It's the only way that I can put it. And just know that you're not alone. Just know that we're all probably feeling a little bit like that, and feel free, please, to vent in the comment section. Vent away. We've got the Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse is that we're kind of focusing, and I think with what's going on in the world and, with weather and with economic things and all that kind of stuff, there is a focus on what you don't have and what is lost and what, I told you it was going to be dark, didn't I? And what is, potentially you feel like you've kind of let go down the drain. But actually, let's take another card on that one. I'm going to take a major for the Two of Cups in reverse. Let's lean into this energy. Let's not run away from it, because it is what it is. And I considered not doing reversals because it was New Year's Eve, but it didn't feel right. And if it don't feel right, that's that, isn't it? What do we need to know? So we get the Hanged Man for the Two of Cups. Neptunian energy, okay? So remember, of course, as we turn the year, Mercury is retrograde. Any of the feelings you have now about certain things will probably all be reversed. But the important message when you get the Hanged Man is that you need to see things from a different perspective, if you can. And again, don't put too much pressure on yourself at the moment if you can't. And you want to just stay in the feeling of, I wish I'd done that, or why didn't I do this, or, you know, it could have been better if I'd done the other. But when you get a moment, and you will get a moment, be in that Hanged Man energy as much as you can, which is the feeling of looking for the upside, the downside, the right side, the left side, and the weird side of things. Things are weird. They're not always as they seem, and they're not always completely straightforward. Then we've got the King of Wands. King of Wands energy here, mixed with Hanged Man energy, this is our overall energy card, mixed with Hanged Man energy and Two of Cups energy, is force, excitement, passion, and energy with loss. You can see where we're going with this. Loss, and then a sense of suspension. That, my friends, is New Year's Eve with Mercury retrograde. Okay. Six of Pentacles, generosity. There will be kindness. There will be possibly cash for some people as well, because Six of Pentacles is that what I call my little bag of cash card. I wasn't expecting it card. Very, very nice. Thank you very much card. But also the card of paying it forward. You paying it forward to others, them paying it forward to you. So there's a spirit of kindness in this, and there's a spirit of togetherness. And I like that energy for you. That could be just unexpected. It's very often unexpected when it comes to the Six of Pentacles. Next to it, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is very similar to the Two of Cups in reverse. How much have I invested, and was it a good idea? Now, this can be financial, it can be emotional, it can be spiritual, it can be whatever it is. Do a fair assessment of it. Why not? Lean into it. How much did you invest in something that wasn't worth it, or someone that wasn't worth it? It's worth being open and honest with yourself about this, because who else is going to be open and honest with you if you're not going to be honest with yourself? Okay? But you're glad you tuned in for this New Year's reading. But I like this energy. It's going to come anyway. Like I said, it's very bittersweet, the New Year energy, isn't it? So I wouldn't go so far as making a list of what didn't work out, because, you know, who needs to make it concrete? But just take stock of it. That's what he's doing. That's what the Seven of Pentacles does. And very often when it's in the upright, it comes out on the good side and you think, yeah, that was worth it on balance. But this time, maybe not. Looking back, maybe certain things weren't. And we don't want to repeat those mistakes with those people or with that thing, or just in our own way. And again, the Six of Wands in reverse. There are some things that aren't winning strategies. Let's take a card for the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. There are some things that just aren't, you're just not going to win. And for some of us, these are very personal things that we know. You know, I often fall into this trap, or I often do that thing. So instead of making, that's a nice card to get. Instead of making New Year's resolutions about specific things, I think if you have to make any at all, and of course you don't, just turning up the brightness so I can see the cards, you don't have to. You don't have to make New Year's resolutions one bit. This is the energy of knowing yourself. Strength is always the energy, the oracle at Delphi that said, know thyself. And this is the most important thing, and maybe the only I want to call it a revolution, New Year's revolution, maybe the only New Year's revolution worth having. Know yourself. Know yourself. Know the pitfalls. Know the traps. Know, and you don't even have to bother knowing everybody else and what their pitfalls and traps are. In fact, that in itself is a trap. Get to know your own. Get to know your own pitfalls and traps, because it doesn't make you immune from difficulty, but it does mean that you can bear it so much better, and that you can be a lot more even about things. It's that whole, is it the If poem, you know, treat those imposters both the same. And also, it's going to be messy. It is going to be messy. It came up in the monthly readings for many star signs that it was going to be messy. It was going to be a bit of a bumpy ride. Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is messy and also quite demanding, I think, because it's Saturn, and Saturn is a demanding planet not without merit, not without value, and not without use, but demanding nevertheless. Demanding that we go within, demanding that we look at what we're doing, and demanding that we don't gloss over, okay? Or take the easy route, the comfortable route. That's not even going to be possible. And then, thank God, we've got the sun at the end. Woohoo! The sun is a bit of radiance, a bit of luck, a bit of fortune, okay? And boy, do we need it. Let's just take one more card as well for like a sort of overall message. Although I think we have the overall message, don't we? I know, you come to me for the giggles. It's always the same. My New Year's reading and my Christmas reading is always a bit kind of, I don't know, uncompromising. Judgment. Okay, we get judgment. I like that card actually. Past, present and future. So this is our chance with judgment to be able to go to the past, to the present and create a new future. And that is what New Year's Eve is all about. Once you've got past the bad parties and the disappointment about staying at home, it's about creating a new year. I like this card. It also represents Mercury retrograde. This energy is unavoidable, so we might as well celebrate it, okay? Leave me a comment. Happy New Year, and I will see you in 2023. Namaste.